Perhaps you are disillusioned with overconfidence, just because you killed my small-time subordinate.
Sadler, you're small time.
So, for my 1-year anniversary on this channel, I figured I would review something kind of special. The figure that I'm going to review is the Resident Evil 4 Leon S. Kennedy in his Raccoon Police Department outfit. Now, why is this figure special? Now, it might not be for you, but for me, this is a very special figure, because I am a huge Resident Evil fan, and I really started getting into it when I played Resident Evil 4. Before that, my favorite of the games was Resident Evil 2. And so, when I first played Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, I was just like, wow, Leon just totally became just awesome. And I looked up like online if there were any, figures from Resident Evil 4. And of course there was. There was a line made by NECA. And these figures are all pretty much totally just expensive and just crazy, crazy amounts of money. But I was determined to get at least a Leon, and I searched and searched, and I finally was able to track down this figure, the Leon in his Raccoon Police Department outfit. And yeah, that was about 2 or so years ago. So this figure also has the honor of being the figure that I've kept in its packaging for the longest amount of time. Because I don't operate like that. I usually like to take figures out of their packaging. But Leon has stayed in my packaging on my shelf for a good 2 years or so. Probably 3 at this point. But yeah. For the first year anniversary, I am going to open him up and review him because, well, because I can't keep him in his packaging much longer. Alright, so let me just go over the packaging real quick. This is pretty much a traditional NECA packaging. Hasn't really changed that much over the years. Just got a standard just packaging with the bubble here, and it's very similar to how the Gears of War figures are still packaged, and I believe most of their player selects, and probably the Dead Space 2 figures are packaged like this as well. Up top, you just got the Resident Evil 4 logo. Don't know what else would go up there. Down at the bottom, you got the 4 with probably what is Bloodstain, I don't know. Then you just got Leon S. Kennedy, got some cool thing here, Detective, Raccoon Police, just barcode, stuff like that over here. It is violent, suggested for ages 17 and up. So I definitely fit that age range, thankfully. Side, you can see stuff. You can see the contents of the accessories there. You got it all there. And then on the back here, you got a pretty cool picture of Leon here. And then this limited edition exclusive presents Leon in his classic Raccoon City police uniform. So what I can gather from the interwebs is that this figure is somewhat rare, like most of the Leons. But at the time, and still now, I wanted this one the most, because the only other 2 Leons that there were the Resident Evil 4 Leon when he has the kind of fur jacket on, which I never liked because fur is stupid, like fur coats. Or just the one that he was wearing, it was kind of dumb. I never really liked the look of that. And then the other one was him without the jacket on, which I think looks pretty plain and wouldn't really look too well in a display. So the Raccoon Police Department outfit was the best bet. And I love Resident Evil 2, so. Alright, so there's more on the back. You got Resident Evil 4 Series 2. You have the Los Illuminados monks, which are pretty cool. The only one I would really want is that dude there. Krauser, which I would love to pick up if I could find somewhere cheap. The Regenerator, Iron Maiden. That was a car outside. Don't, pay attention to that. You got a Regenerator, Iron Maiden, which is really cool, and I'd love to pick that one up. And then you have a Garrador, which again, I would like to pick up. And yeah, you can see me in the reflection. One last thing for the packaging, you got behind Leon the church from, the second level in the game? Something like that. Graveyard, stuff like that. Pretty cool. So, after a very long time, I will open this guy up and review him. Or, I should rephrase that. I'm going to carefully open him up and review him. Alright, so I have removed Leon from his packaging, and he is great. Like usual, I will start with the face. It looks great. I mean, it looks really, really great. There is a lot of detail that went into this figure. The face doesn't look exactly like he did in Resident Evil 4, or really even Resident Evil 2. I think, in fact, he actually looks a little too much like a woman, to some extent. Yeah, he just doesn't look too much like how he does in the game. But from certain angles, like that, it does look quite like him. I think, if anything, it's the eyes, because, actually, I think it's the nose, actually. I think it's a little too, pointy or whatever. So, yeah, I think the nose is at fault here. The hair looks pretty fantastic. It's, again, it's very detailed. It just, it looks very, very nice. There is something that is a little bit noticeable, but not too much so. His head and his neck are different colors. But like I said, they're really, really close, so it's not really that you're, gonna be noticing it that much. As you can see on Leon's nose, he came with this little, I don't know what you'd call it, really. I don't know if it's a chip or if it's a little paint. But I might be able to get it off somehow. It doesn't really detract from the look of the figure because it's very small. Alright, so moving on from the head, we're going to have a look at the rest of the figure, the body. So, as I stated before, this outfit is based on Resident Evil 2, since he was part of the Raccoon Police Department in that game. So, that is what this uniform is inspired by. I mean, it's not completely inspired by Resident Evil 2, because this was an unlockable costume in Resident Evil 4. The only thing that does differ from the actual Resident Evil 2 costume is the knife holder, because he didn't have that in Resident Evil 2, but since the knife was a big part of Resident Evil 4, they just put it on the costume, the unlockable costume. I really cannot get over how... Oh, there's my phone. I cannot get over how detailed this entire outfit is. It's, I mean, it looks really great. There's just the right amount of detail, so that it looks like both the in-game model and it looks realistic enough to be a really great looking action figure. So on his chest here you have R.P.D. The D is kind of hidden by the knife, but R.P.D. obviously stands for Raccoon Police Department, and that looks really great on him. It's a different color than the rest of the shirt because it's kind of on this like pad thing. He has the same pad on his shoulder. Once you turn him around, you have more detailing for the Raccoon Police Department outfit. You got the R.P.D, the logo, which is pretty cool. On both of his shoulders, you have the logo, the same logo that was on the side of the box, and it looks pretty cool. The knife holder, the sheath, I think it looks really real. Like the stitch work on it, it looks like it's actually been stitched. And that's sign of a really good, detailing. I mean, it seriously looks real. He does not have the costume, the blue costume all over him. He has a sleeve there, and then he has these gray, a gray undershirt on with these pads here. They are on both arms. Again, just fantastic detailing. It all looks like really, really great. And like I said, I think it looks exactly like the in-game model. For his waist, he is wearing a belt that has some pouches, some random knickknacks, stuff like that. On the side of his leg, he has a gun holster, which I will get into more later when I talk about the accessories. The rest of his pants are detailed just as amazingly as the rest of the figure. I mean, there's like creases to show how he's bending, stuff like that. It looks really, really great. And then the shoes are also very, very well done. Alright, so now that the sculpt and all that is done, I will talk about the accessories.